Welcome to the world's strongest man for under 105 kilogram competitors. We're in Kiev, Ukraine. 9 countries represented by some 11 athletes all ready to compete and in top shape. A lot of them dieting down from being heavyweights to get under the 105 kilo category. Not Justin Blake, though, the American champion, weighs in at just 100 kilos. Here's the current British champion, Paul Wood, from Dartford in Kent. From Slovakia, it's Josef Masaryk, weighed in just under the 105 kilos. From Germany, Patrick Baboyman, currently Germany's strongest man under 105. He's competed in the senior heavyweights a couple of times. Gert Gusarov from Estonia, one of the taller of the under 105 kilo competitors. Here's Latvia's champion, Maris Blumfels, also European powerlifting champion at his chosen category. Lithuania's Mariusz Lalas. Can he follow in the footsteps of Zydrunas Savickas, the heavyweight champion? Rami Koski from Finland, 35 years old, one of the oldest competitors here. Alexander Mansurov from Russia, quite short, very thickly built. 3 Ukrainians competing on home soil. Mikhail Melnikov, he just 21 years old. Oleksiy Vizhnitsky, 2 times world champion in powerlifting. Holds a world record in powerlifting also. And Vitaly Gerasimov, the #1 Ukrainian, multiple champion of Ukrainian competitions, and currently a lieutenant in the Ukrainian military army.
On behalf of Strongman Champions League, I want to wish you all welcome here for the 105 World Strongest Man competition. We have here the top athletes in the world in this weight category, competing in 7 different events, and athletes let the best man to win at the end. And of course, special thanks for Olina Kipa and Vladimir Kipa for organizing this competition and make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilkka Kinnunen. So on with the action, and it's arm over arm. These huge tires weighing over 400 kilos have to be hauled 18 meters. Time on the clock, 60 seconds. And it's Paul Wood up against Vitaly Gerasimov. Wood, very tall man, quite rangy, about 6'3", easily the tallest under 105 competitor we have. Actually used to be a former professional BMX racer before taking to the gym and liking it just too much. He's got great technique as well already, Paul Wood, looking good here. You can see Wood on the near side of camera, perhaps just a touch in the lead. But he's up against a very tough man in Vitaly Gerasimov. Turning to Alina Kiba and her husband Vlad, who've organized this competition. They've tipped the 3 Ukrainians as actually coming in the top 3. They're that confident that these 3 men are superstars. And I tell you what, Mikhail Melnikov is proving to be exactly that. He's well ahead of Paul Wood here. Really impressive performance from just a 21-year-old. Wood with the Wolverine look, struggling to keep up here. Time almost gone, 60 seconds has evaporated. These guys, oh, a little sneaky pull there from Melnikov. I think the judges got that one, though. That'll get moved back. Did it make it over? No, it didn't. No, it came up just short of the line. Very good effort, though. And obviously, judged that 18 meters would be absolutely bang on the limit of these competitors, and Melnikov, he manages to get in with a very decent pull. So our next two competitors, it's Mantsarov from Russia up against Gorsunov of Estonia. Not faces you often see on the international stage. Of course, the under 105 just really starting to come more and more to light. Horrible event, this. It's not like when you're pulling a car in an arm over arm, you continue to keep that momentum with each pull. It keeps coming at you here. Every time you got to get over that initial inertia, and look at that, it's moving around as well. Those runners don't point directly forward. Certainly the efficiency of the runners is depleted. But the Estonian's looking good here. He's having a very good pull. Gorsunov, Mantsarov having some real grip problems. Screaming that out, the Estonian. Oh, and there's an old face. Good to see him again. Michael Starov is on the stop clock there. Former Ukraine #1 in strongman. And gets the whistle at the 60-second mark. Well, they certainly both put absolutely everything into that. Great warm-up event, this. Big smiles from Mantsarov. It's a whole lot harder than pulling big deadlifts like he does in powerlifting. A few deadlifts done over 20-25 minutes. Different event, of course. Mantsarov there just getting a marking of 12 meters 42, and Gorsunov getting a 14.96. Now this should be interesting, very interesting indeed. Mikhail Melnikov against Maris Blumfels. So this is the second of the Ukrainians. We saw Vitaly Gerasimov, and I must apologize if I get the Ukrainians mixed up, having just met them all once. It's quite a new field, especially the Ukrainians, to the international scene. So Blumfels against Melnikov. Who's going to take this one? Certainly looks like Melnikov has had the better start. Blumfels really struggling, the Latvian. Time ticking away here. You really don't need knee wraps in an event like this. You can see near side Melnikov just coming up over 12.5, 13 meters. Gets another pull. How far has it gone? I think that was quite a decent effort from Melnikov, who may well move in front of some other people. Probably not in front of Gerasimov, though. No, he doesn't. 13.37. Gerasimov 17.72 was considerably better. But he manages to beat the Latvian 11 meters 57. Now here's Justin Blake. A lot of interest in America over this man, where the under 105 kilo class is really at its biggest. Huge amount of competitors. He's up against Lithuania's Mariusz Lalas.
Ready? Justin, ready?
And works as an engineer, Justin Blake, 28 years old. USA's strongest man, under 105 this year. Had a couple more years on the circuit before that. Not getting away to the greatest start here, Blake. Now he's getting into his rhythm. Lalas, closest to the camera there. Doing much better, the Lithuanian. I wonder how much training he gets to do with Zydrunas Savickas, Big Z. Big Z, of course, looks set for another huge season this year. looking to retain that World's Strongest Man title. Actually coming to the UK for UK fans as well at the Senni show. For the second time ever, Big Z in Britain. That should be interesting. And his young compatriot here, Lalas, doing pretty well actually, but not quite going to be our #1 today, I don't think. I think Gerasimov with his 17.72 is looking pretty good for Ukraine. Justin Blake there, he slots in down below Paul Wood, who did 13 meters, so Blake's 12.90. Josef Masaryk from Slovakia will be nearest to us on the camera, and Wisniewski, Alexei Wisniewski for Ukraine on the far side. And it's Wisniewski who gets away to a blinding start here. This is very impressive. Big problems for Masaryk, who cannot grip onto this. Doesn't have the grip power. Straight away doesn't have the grip power. Look at Wisniewski, though. A vice-like grip. Oh, it's bad news when you've got to resort to that this early. Standing up and trying to use your body weight. Almost like a tug-of-war man, the end guy wrapping that rope around himself. Not a good technique for a quick pull. Wisniewski, he could finish this. Time still on the clock, over 10 seconds. Oh, there's only about 4 meters to go here. Can he get this moving? First man to do it, or will he? Oh, he's just running out of steam. He's got to take the whole thing over the line, and no, he's that whole red line there had to pass over, not just the end of the apparatus. 18 meters was the course, 17.79 is what Wisniewski does. Masaryk, pretty disappointing 172, and he will take, well, he's not quite last, as our German did absolutely zero. Couldn't move it at all, came out, and things just weren't moving. Rami Koski, he managed 4.32 for Finland. Be a bit disappointing for him, as the Finns have a huge history in this weight category, but it's Wisniewski for Ukraine who takes maximum points.
IRC Round 3. It's Argentina, one of the high points of the season. And what a cast, having a blast. Meek, Wilkes, Hannon and Kopecky. Plus a pack of young pretenders ready to European football. Every match with live comments and breaking news. Keep your eye on the ball at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk.
Running on empty. That means it's time to charge your phone and fill her up. Subscribe to Jamster for £4.50 a week and get the amazing Fuel Gauge living wallpaper when you send Fuel 5 to 88888. It'll let you know when you have to charge your phone and you're close to empty. So to get it now and set as a wallpaper or screensaver, just send Fuel 5 to 88888. That's Fuel 5 to 88888 now.
Watch the British team's superheroes defy gravity and break hearts on the track at Copenhagen. UCI Track Cycling World Championships. Starts Wednesday at 5 p.m. live on British Eurosport 2 and continues throughout the week on British Eurosport.
Welcome back to Kiev, Ukraine. Next up, it's the dumbbell. 80 kilos to be pressed overhead as many times as possible. 75 seconds was the time limit for our first competitor. Maris Blumfels managed 3 reps. The Slovakian, 3 reps as well. Patrick Boboyman of Germany, a lot better than the arm over arm. 4 reps. Mikhail Melnikov, 6 reps for him. So let's join the action with Justin Blake. as he takes on Alexander Mansurov of Russia. Mansurov eyeballing that dumbbell. You can see Mansurov comes from that powerlifting background. No doubt he's had some ammonia salts before this. Off we go. Up to the shoulder. Both of them make that look like absolutely nothing. Well, now we see who's got the real shoulder power. Pops it up nicely each time. It's got to go to the ground. 2 hands up to the shoulder. Then it's 1 hand from the shoulder. Blake, oh, almost gets one up. Marcel Moster from the Netherlands, refereeing the side of Mansurov, and he is making light work of this. 5 reps still, and on his right shoulder still Mansurov. Up goes Justin Blake, gets the timing just right, and Blake starting to show that Olympic lifting pass. Now we're onto the left arm for Mansurov. 7 reps. Massive total he's putting out here, and that's the lead. He's ahead of Mikhail Melnikov. 8 reps compared to Blake's 1. The American up to his shoulder again. Tries to do a jerk of some variety. Top heavyweights, they're up doing over 100 kilos now. So you can see the difference. Savickas with 100 kilos would probably do 10, 12 reps in that time limit. And Mansurov there doing a very impressive 9 repetitions, not far away from 10. So our next 2, it's Mariusz Lalas and Gert Gorsunov. Lalas of Lithuania, Gorsunov of Estonia.
Ready from the single. Ready. Go.
So underway, and already Gorsunov looking good with that. More of a press from Lalas, who doesn't look quite as impressive.
Down.
Oh yes, the Estonian is looking good here. No doubt has received a lot of tips from Andris Muramets over the years.
Down.
Very shaky overhead is Lalas. Wonder how many more he'll get, the Lithuanian. Whoa, that was a proper press out. Good power from Lalas, but he's going to tire that tricep out. 5 reps now from Gorsunov. Yeah, Lalas looks like his right arm's gone. 6 reps for Gorsunov. But goes again, holding it to the front of his chest. That's really nice. Nice technique. 7 reps. I think he's good for 1 more here. Time's almost gone. Just gets it. Just locks the knees out in time. Good call from Marcel Moster. 8 reps then for Estonia. And Mariusz Lalas for Lithuania. 3 reps. Wisniewski, who won the first event for Ukraine. He comes out and will be competing against Vitaly Gerasimov of Ukraine. Now, these 2 men were first and second in the first event. So this will certainly be interesting. They've got pulling power. We saw that in the arm over arm. Have they got overhead pressing power? Oh yes is the answer. Gerasimov has stacks of it. So too Wisniewski. This is going to be fun. It's going to be tight. Gerasimov a little bit quicker. Just wasn't given that one. You have to wait for the signal, and big mistake to waste all that energy, get it up there, and then not get the mark. And that was good, but he is just pushing his luck there, Gerasimov. Up again it goes.
30 seconds. Down.
Wisniewski starting to have some difficulties with this. Still time, 20 seconds. He's moved to the left arm now, Gerasimov, and he's looking very strong here. Remember, he's chasing the total of Mansurov of 9 reps. He's up onto 8 reps. One more to equal Mansurov. He's only got time for one if he can do it. Yes, he does. Really tremendous 9 reps. That will be equal first place. And down with 4 reps, Wisniewski will share points with Boyman of Germany. 11.5 points each then for Mansurov and Gerasimov up at the top. Overall, Gerasimov of Ukraine ahead of Wisniewski. It's a Ukraine 1-2. So here's the next event, and it's this enormous truck pull. Mikhail Melnikov, he came out first. The body weight not helping, being so light, under 2 meters. Boyman of Germany couldn't make it to 4. Wisniewski 3.5, and we saw what a good arm over arm puller he is. So is this 17-ton truck, which has to go 20 meters, just too much for the lightweight strongmen. Well, you say lightweight, still 231 pounds the limit. That is over 16 stones. Trying to do his best here. Driving it out, Lalas. Tiny steps. Looks like he's got, I don't think he's got climbing shoes on, which would be potentially a mistake unless they feel that this surface, which is sort of made up of hardened foam, is better with some kind of flat trainer. I'm sure these guys have got oodles of shoes in their bag. I just wonder why that's the reason this truck isn't moving that far either. Lalas is getting stuck. 3 meters 54. Goes into second.
Мариус, скажи, пожалуйста, перед тобой как бы все выступали не очень удачно, даже 2 метра никто не смог пройти.
So all the previous guys didn't do so well. No one's pulled it much more than 2 meters. Are you afraid of this big truck? Was it very difficult? He says, yeah, I think it's scaring everybody. I'm happy with my result. He's only done 3 meters 54. There you are. But he's 2 meters behind Wisniewski.
Make the rope really, really tight. More.
So Kinnanen's trying to advise our next competitor, which is Gorsanov, and that is take the rope as tight as possible in the arms. Oh, not so sure about this technique. It's a sort of wild man technique. I've never seen this before, ever. Goodness me. Well, I tell you what, this guy, whatever he lacks in technique, he makes up for in aggression. This is quite a performance. And you know what? It's actually not that bad compared to the others. I think he could take the lead here with this. Slipping around. Clearly hasn't got the right shoes on. Well, he's burned away the madness now. The anger and aggression has gone. Fatigue in the legs. Horrible lactic acid. Good Gorsanov from Estonia. I'm very impressed. He's 3 meters 61. He's our new leader. He is officially the most aggressive man on the planet. Well, until this man, let's see what Mansurov can do from Russia. Bit better technique, but he's really giving it some off the start. Slipping as well. So different from when they do it on tarmac. Have to say, it's tough for the guys to get the right footwear here. If I was doing that, I'd probably sneak a little bit of tacky on the bottom of my shoes. As long as nobody noticed, you could get away with it, get a little more friction, pulling it. Oh, this is good. Mansurov, he seems to have got past that 3.5 meter mark. He's away here. This has got to be up over 7-8 meters now, at least. Still rolling forward. Alexander Mansurov from Russia, defying all the others there who were starting to whisper that there was some sort of form of dip or whatever, that the truck was getting stuck in and it wasn't going to go past 3.5 meters. Well, that's not true. Mansurov's just done it. Vitaly Gerasimov from Ukraine. Well, we've seen Korsunov from Estonia go caveman on it, and then Mansurov really putting in a top performance there. So tough act to follow from Gerasimov. Really trying to give it as much as possible with the upper body here as the feet are slipping. If they didn't have that rope in front of them, then this would be absolutely impossible, because they don't have the body weight, the under 105 kilo men. I remember hearing a great story from a World's Strongest Man winner, who I certainly won't mention, who told me that he used to wear leaded weights under his t-shirt, and that used to add and massively increase his body weight by 25-30 kilos, and that gave him a big advantage in truck pull, and it does. Anyway, Gerasimov, 3 meters 58, that puts him into third. It's Mansurov on top with that 10-meter pull. Overall then, Mansurov comes up into third equal. Gerasimov sits in second, and Gerasimov of Ukraine leads.
One of the most historic classics welcomes one of the hottest new rivalries in world cycling. Can Mark Cavendish overcome Tour de France nemesis Thor Hushovd and become the first Brit to win back-to-back classics? The Milan-San Remo, tomorrow at 2 p.m, live on British Eurosport.
Uh-oh, running on empty. That means it's time to charge your phone and fill her up. Subscribe to Jamster for £4.50 a week and get the amazing fuel gauge living wallpaper when you send Fuel 5 to 88888. It'll let you know when you have to charge your phone and you're close to empty. So to get it now and set as a wallpaper or screensaver, just send Fuel 5 to 88888. That's Fuel 5 to 88888 now.
Complete sports coverage of all the major stories, scores and results, and live action on demand. All online at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk.
Bored by the four wheels in Bahrain, boys?
Yes. That was a strange one, that, Jack.
Never fear, World Superbikes is here.
Oh, someone's gone down. Look at this. Oh, dear me. Haslam for the line. Oh, how close was that? It did 5.004.
See some real action as Leon Haslam leads the way to Portimao. Next weekend, live on British Eurosport 2.
What a crazy race.
Welcome back to Kiev, Ukraine, where our World's Strongest Man under 105 kilo audience are being entertained by some traditional dancing. Next up, things are going to get a little bit more strenuous. Log lifting is on the cards. 120, 130, 140 and 150 kilos to be lifted within 60 seconds. So 4 good lifts underway with these UFSA logs. That's Ukrainian Federation of Strength Athletics. There's 120. So already 15 kilos above body weight on what is an awkward implement that sits out in front of you. It's not like cleaning and jerking on an Olympic bar. Much, much harder. 130 kilos We're getting close to the 300 pounds. Now we are over 300 pounds. 140 kilos. Each log will be timed. And this is his third log. Masaryk does have good shoulders. But I think this could be a log too far for the Slovakian. He really does need the points as well. Sits down in 11th position at the moment, just behind Paul Wood of Great Britain. So Masaryk, 130, 2 logs is all he gets. And his time there, 22.14. Now, Mikhail Melnikov. Oh, look at that, snatched it up, 120 kilos. He's only 21 years old. That was awesome lifting there. You can tell he's got an Olympic lifting background. 130, no problem. 140. Oh, great jerk. Just over 21 seconds now. The big one, 150 kilos. And that doesn't make it at first attempt. Unlikely to now. In my experience of these events, very rarely do you get it up another time. But who knows, gets a little power from the crowd. Oof, can't quite get it to the shoulders now. And he has tired himself out there. Still 140 in 21 seconds. Just talking to his father there, asking him, are you proud? Yes, I want to congratulate my son. Great lift. 140 kilos is a good result for a 105 kilo athlete. Dad, of course, a former great strongman himself. Patrick Boyman from Germany. Got good shoulders. Ooh, goodness, could have done himself an injury there. 120 kilos. Didn't look very convincing there. He looked so good in the warm-up. That's much better with a heavier log. 130 kilos, under control. Didn't... Getting told off by the officials there to lower it down, under control now. 140 kilos after that dreadful start. Just above his chin. He's going to have to use his legs to get this. Ooh, a little nudge with the forehead. Locks the elbows out and he gets it. He gets it. He gets the green light from Ilkka Kinnunen. 52 seconds. No, he's not going to have time for that. Whistle went. But Boyman, though, good lift.
Patrick, du bist sehr hart gestartet, ja, und du hast viel Zeit hier verloren.
Just saying there, you started hard, spent a lot of time in that first log. What happened?
Ich hatte ein bisschen Pech gehabt. Ich bin ein bisschen abgerutscht.
Yeah, I was a little unlucky, lost my balance.
Habe ich halt an der 20er erstens Zeit und
spent too much time on the first log, and but then things went well with the 130 and 140 kilo. It's no problem for me. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. So very philosophical about the whole thing. Mariusz Lalas from Lithuania. Again, a good lifter. Definite potential of doing that 150 here. Up goes the 130. I think Mansurov as well, he'll be good for that. And Gorsanov of Estonia. There's a few good lifters still to come here. Oh yeah, that was powerful. So log 3's gone up, that's 140, and he's still got 25 seconds on the clock. Now he must take his time here. Maybe try and push it to the 10-second mark, then go for it. Oh, he's not at all. He's going to attack this. Has he gone too early? No, doesn't have the power from the chest. I think he could have had another 5 minutes of rest there. Didn't really look comfortable with that weight. Still 140 kilos in that time. Pretty impressive. Puts him in second position behind Melnikov. Now here's Mansurov. Awesome truck puller. That's all you could say about his performance before. It really was tremendous. Blew everybody else away in that. Looks comfortable here. Actually almost looks like a bigger athlete, doesn't he? It's amazing, really, that he's only 105 kilos. Up goes 140. Can he do the 150? This would put him into first place. He's going to need it as well. Melnikov was quicker to the third. This to go into first. Yes, 150 kilos, 330 pounds, 51.75 seconds. Great lifting.
Мой личный рекорд 170.
And my best result is 170. So all these weights are okay for me, he says. Of course, it's always easy in training, but when you're in competition, it gets a lot harder. 140 kilos is what Gorsanov managed, and Gerasimov of Ukraine, he managed 140 as well in 34 seconds. That was good enough for fourth for him. But that event again was all about Mansurov from Russia. Mansurov again pulling up, now into second position, just a point behind Vitaly Gerasimov of Ukraine. Next up, it's Farmer's Walk. A comfortable little stroll with 250 kilos. Paul Wood of Great Britain. Now he is not doing so well at the moment, sitting in 11th position, but Wood is brilliant at this kind of event. I know that because I've competed and been thrashed by him at this event on a couple of occasions. He is very good. Up he goes again. Good off the floor, and he's attacking this. Chugging along here, Paul Wood. 26 seconds for the Dartford man. Good effort.
Paul, are you happy with your performance here?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Felt quite quick. It's quite comfortable, so yeah. For once, first time today, I'm happy.
Well, glad to hear you're happy, Paul. He is the UK champion at under 105. He is a tall man. Some of the events today don't really suit Paul. Justin Blake of the USA against Joseph Masarek of Slovakia. Ready? Big, awkward implements. Certainly does help to have a bit of a stride length here, and Justin Blake is using his height advantage here quite well. Powering away, drop and turn, that's on the order here. There's no point in trying to turn with the implements. That would take you far too long, and you'd expend far too much energy. Blake coming up to the line here. Over he goes, yeah, finally. Justin Blake having a good event. Fly all that way to Ukraine from the USA. You want to at least have one good event. So Gerasimov is up against Mariusz Lalas. This will be interesting. Lalas is tremendous, the Lithuanian, at this. So watch out for him, really shooting off the mark here already. He's underway, looking good. Lalas comfortably ahead of Gerasimov of Ukraine, and Gerasimov is no slouch either. Paul Wood's time, 26.29 seconds. Keep your eyes on the clock here. 26.29, blown out the water, 23.04, and Gerasimov won't be far behind, 28.76 for the Ukrainian. Both men, good times there. So Mansurov, he can blow hot and cold, but right now he's blowing hot. up against Mikhail Melnikov, the young 21-year-old. We saw how powerful Mansurov's legs were in the truck pull. Ooh, but he's not getting away to a good start here. Melnikov is flying. It's as if the weight's not there. This is really impressive. Reminds me of Darren Sadler, the year he won the under 105 World Championships, the Brit, who just flew with the Farmers Walks, and so too does Melnikov. The time, 21:72. He knows it's brilliant. Mansurov, the grip has gone here. He didn't have the greatest arm over arm at the beginning, if you remember. Finished down in 8th position there with just 12 meters. And I think he's blown his grip out on that first event. Shoulders, yes, they're great. Truck pull, yes, legs are strong. Without a grip, though, you can't do Farmers. So Mansurov, he ends up down in what is 10th position as Patrick Bubaman comes out and does 33.69. Blumfels of Latvia, 30.89. And Gursunov of Estonia, 28.53. So Mikhail Melnikov of Ukraine takes the victory. The 21-year-old, full 12 points. 2 seconds ahead of Mariusz Lalas of Lithuania. Paul Wood of Great Britain finally getting a good result for the UK. Woods pulls up into the top 10, but up at the top it's Gerasimov, who's in the lead by 2.5 points.
Both acha.
India, incredible India.
All the top Eurosport events in 2010, plus much more live and on-demand sport. Only on Eurosport Player. To find out more, go to eurosportplayer.co.uk.
latest world tones when you subscribe to Eurosport Clubs for just £4.50 a week. Get Tinchy Strider when you send F51 to 888888. From Beyonce's Halo, send F52. Get Love Sex Magic with F53. Calvin Harris is yours with F54. Send F55 for Jai-Ho. Get Eminem's We Made You with F56. Get In for the Kill with F57. Send F58 for Lily Allen's Not Fair. Or get Shake It with F59. Or for Poker Face, send F60 to 888888 now.
Eurosport HD is now available. A new dimension in sport.
Welcome back to Kiev and the under 105 kilo strongman world championships. Next up, manhood stones. Well, the 170 kilo stone would be tackled first in 60 seconds. How many reps? Mansurov, just one. Patrick Boyman did one as well with the big stone. Blumfeldt went into the lead with 2 repetitions. So on with the action, and it's Justin Blake of the USA against Vitaly Gerasimov from Ukraine. You know Gerasimov will have had a shot at practicing with these beforehand, so perhaps a slight advantage, but not really, as a stone is a stone when it's perfectly round. Same in America, same in Ukraine. Both men up and over with one. That's a good start. Again, you would always expect Americans to be very good at stone lifting. And indeed, both men with 2. Looks like Blake might be on to the third first here. Were you not to do a lift with the 170 kilo stone, then you would go on to the lighter 140 kilo stone, but any lifts with the 170 would trump as many lifts as you wanted with the 140. 4 for Blake. He's in the lead. This is looking good for USA. If he gets a 5th, 5 in that time limit of 60 seconds is huge. Well, no more time on the clock. It's 5 and 4, and Justin Blake takes the lead. Vitaly Gerasimov, his total 4. That's how you do it. Certainly helps for Blake. He's a couple inches taller. It's quite a high height.
Justin, what's happened? Why are you so great in manhood stones? It's your favorite discipline?
Stone lift is one of the best strongman events, so it's a good one to do well in. I practice it a lot. Strong arms, squeeze the stone over bar.
Try again. Because of full stop. What do we do?
So Gert Gersenov, he's up against this man here, Paul Wood, Kent's own. Now Paul is a tall man, and I would fancy Paul doing at least a couple here. But Gersimov probably good for Justin Blake's 5 if he's really on form. He's a great stone lifter. Up goes Paul Wood. That is good. I think he'll be looking for at least 3 or 4, Paul. He's lifted stones up over 190 kilos in training before, so it just depends how much fatigue Wood's suffering from here. Up comes the second one. Neck and neck now. Gerasimov, or I should say Gorsunov. 2 very similar named athletes here. Gorsunov of the Ukraine, of Estonia, in the lead. 3 reps. Wood wraps those long arms round it. Can he get a third? Not before Gorsunov nails the fourth. Now, Gorsunov, can he get a fifth up to match Justin Blake? No time on the clock, really. I don't think he's going to do it. No. I think he would have done it, though. Another 2-3 seconds more. Paul Wood, probably a bit disappointed with that. But not Gorsunov. That puts him into second position. Mariusz Lalas of Lithuania against Mikhail Melnikov. And, well, who knows what Melnikov can do. He's so impressive. Still just 21. I wonder whether Melnikov will try and bulk up and go for the world's strongest man title. Currently, Konstantin Ilin is Ukraine's #1 at the heavier weight. Did very well at World's Strongest Man this year. Not quite making the final, but coming third in his heat, his qualifier. 3-3. This is looking good. Up goes Melnikov for a fourth. I think he'll get a fifth here and equal Blake at least. He's certainly got time for it. Maybe a sixth. Just behind is Lalas. He's got time. 12 seconds. The crowd is roaring on here. And how close is Lalas to that fifth? Surely. Yes, he does. Oh, Melnikov. Doesn't look good for your back. Don't suppose it is, but Melnikov won't care. He's just done 5 reps, and I think that's better than he thought he was going to do. Personal besting and absolutely everything here. What a great potential this man has for the future. At 21, he can't have done that many hours in the gym. As for Lalas, good performance too. That's 3 men equal on 5 reps. They share 33 points, 11 points each. That means after 6 events, up on top, it's Gerasimov with Melnikov mighty close, 1 point behind. How about this to finish off on? It's good old-fashioned squat. 310 kilos for 60 seconds. Joseph Masaryk only needed 1 second. One-way ticket down. As for Patrick Bruboyman, afraid it was no better for the German. Paul Wood, what could he do after a long day of competition? 0 points for Wood. Full powerlifting suit for Maris Blumfelds. It helped him squeeze out 1. So on with those men who are at the top as we go in reverse order of the overall points. Justin Blake of the USA squatting against Alexander Mansurov in this giant mousetrap of a piece of equipment. All it's missing is the cheese, and this will mousetrap you to the ground. You need colossal leg power to get up with 310 kilos. Oh, that is good, though, from Mansurov, the Russian. Already knocked out 3. Blake couldn't get up with it. 680 pounds, too much for Blake. 6 reps, this is amazing. When you can do it, it looks easy. Now the strain on his face. Look at the bar bending. Blake comes in for another crack at 680. Now, doesn't quite have the leg power. 10 repetitions. Whoa, that's massive squatting. Mansurov, if he can get a grip, not a grip of himself, but a grip, as in some forearms and hands that work, then he will be world's strongest man under 105 one day, because he's got great leg power. Another 2 competitors come out, and It's Gorsunov against Lalas. This is a squat off. Looking good so far. Lalas looks very good indeed. Just one rep for Gorsunov, the Estonian. Wow, Lalas, can he squeeze another one out? The eyes are bloodshot, the pressure is massive. No, he cannot. Finishes there, but that was a good result.
Вы только что так вот напряженно соревновались, это не мешает
Just being asked,
вне соревнований.
You had a tough challenge in the arena, but does it disturb your friendship?
После соревнований
No, he says. It's just a sport, says Lalas. After events, we're all pals. Well, Mikhail Melnikov, he's so young he almost has to go home after the competition, back to bed. He's only 21. Amazing. And he's right up at the top of the leaderboard with Gerasimov. Basically, whoever wins this squat off will be the champion. And Melnikov can squat as well. You can see they've seen this apparatus before. Both men placing their feet forward, not going as deep as some of the others. Melnikov's on 6. So too is Gerasimov. Melnikov on 8 now. Gerasimov 2 on 8. Melnikov looks over, almost cocky. They've almost turned it in to a leg press. They know this apparatus. So it's still the weight though, and up it goes. 12 reps. Gerasimov's into the lead. It's equal. No, it's not. Gerasimov nails her 13th. And that surely means he is the world's strongest man under 105 kilos. Yes, he is. He knocks out a 14th and a 15th to put it out of sight of Melnikov, who, it has to be said, could do this for another 15 years. So Melnikov will take the silver. It's Vitaly Gerasimov, the lieutenant in the Ukrainian army, who is the world's strongest man under 105 kilos. There's confirmation of the squat result. 15 reps takes Gerasimov to the top. Great way to finish for him. Melnikov in second, and Mansurov, those big Russian legs of his, squats to third. There's the final results. Mansurov down in 5th. Lalas takes the bronze, Melnikov the silver, and Gerasimov is the champion.
Виталик, что ощущает новоиспеченный чемпион мира?
Я скажу так.
How does it feel to be world champion?
Эта победа далась мне.
I'd say I won because of the huge support and the help from my friends. There's no other sport except strongman where friendship and your partners mean so much to you. I just want to say thank you to all our fans. Your support is very important for us. Thank you very much. And here they are getting their prizes. Mariusz Lalas of Lithuania 3rd, Melnikov of Ukraine 2nd, and the champion, world's strongest man under 105 kilos, Vitaly Gerasimov. That's it from me, Colin Bryce. Goodbye.
Bored by the four wheels in Bahrain, boys?
Yes, that was a strange one, that, Jack.
Never fear, World Superbikes is here.
Oh, someone's gone down. Look at this.